Many people find themselves feeling unfulfilled in their relationships. You might hear them say things such as, "Nobody loves me, they don't love me, they don't care about me. They never notice the things I do for them, they don't appreciate me. They don't appreciate me, I am unloved." You might hear people saying, "Well, they say they love me, but I don't see them being loving to me." Loving gestures and actions are subjective and open to interpretation. They're open to misunderstanding. Feeling unloved is often due to miscommunication. To feel loved and to feel lovable, we must give love first, see it, understand it when we receive it, and notice it. The love we see is a reflection of our own values and beliefs and what we expect other people to do based on our understanding and interpretation of love. When we hold a low opinion of ourselves, nothing anybody else says or does will make us feel loved. To know love involves a choice of being open to the giving and receiving of love. To receive love, we must give love, and we fill our cup with positive regard, care and affection for ourselves and others. We consciously choose to learn to speak the languages of love to improve our relationships. We become multilingual. Under spiritual law and natural law, giving precedes receiving. To feel loved, we must first give love. Start with appreciation. Tell the people and show the people that you love and care about that you do care about them. Find out their language of love and speak to them in the same language. Show your love in ways that they understand. You can increase the way they value you by demonstrating your love with gestures where they perceive your actions as loving and value them. And to do this, you must find out the language of love that your loved ones speak. The beliefs we hold about love shapes the way we show our love and how we expect to receive love or have it shown to us. So to speak in loving words, we need to learn to speak each other's language. When we speak different languages of love, often we can become disappointed and feel hurt and rejected. Once we learn to communicate love in the same language, we can expect to see improved relationships. This is because when the person that we love sees and understands our actions to be loving, then they feel your love. You can learn their language of love by asking or by observing. Pay attention to how your loved ones show you their love and ask them what they perceive as loving. Be direct. The languages of love are by words, time, touch, service, and gifts. The language of words is one where the words are sincere, genuine, honest, and spontaneous. They're positive comments. They uplift, validate, and support the person. Words like, "I'm proud of you." They have to validate, affirm, and encourage the person. Let them know what they're great at. Be specific. You are great at. You're sweet. Loving words encourage a person. They motivate them and inspire them to continue to move towards their goals. You are enough. It's okay not to be okay. You got this. They're all words. Loving words are supportive words. "Is there anything I can do to help? I'm always here for you. Here I am. I love you." Loving words avoid backhanded compliments. Loving words avoid starting sentences with what you think your person that you love should be doing or what they need to be doing, because that would invalidate them. You only start a sentence with "you are" when it's followed by a comment such as "beautiful to me." Loving words will definitely praise and validate them. They will be sentences like "you are beautiful, you're smart, you're wise, you're wonderful, you're kind, you're thoughtful, you're considerate, you're the best." Tell them how lucky you are to have them in your life. But remember, don't overdo it or it will sound insincere. If your loved one's language of love is words, you can leave them loving notes and letters. You can tell them poems that remind you of them. You can play songs that remind you of them and let them know this. You can tell them how important they are, and you can give details. "You are fabulous at." So just to reiterate, the use of words includes tone. It can be writing a love letter, writing a poem, sending a card, buying a card. It can be playing some music. These people really appreciate things like, listen to the words of this song, the lyrics, you know what I mean? The other thing too that works for them is when you can turn around and say, you can do anything, you got this, you will achieve this. You know, they're supportive type words. People whose primary language of time is precious, it's measurable and it's irreplaceable. Lost or wasted time cannot be replaced. If your intimate partner has a love language of time, the quality of time you spend with them is important. It should be undisturbed. And if you've got children, you might want to get a babysitter. Time is an opportunity for unity and harmony. It's about togetherness, shared pleasure, and being comfortable with each other and strengthening the emotional connection. If you can get a calendar and plan the time with your loved one, they're going to feel very cared about. Confirm the time and dates with them and make sure you arrive at the scheduled time. As part of planning your time, consider setting a reminder in your phone as well as on the calendar so that you do arrive on time. And when you're together, turn your phone off. When you are together, pay attention to your partner's cues and give them some space if that's what they want, or lead activities if that's what's needed. Help your partner feel your love in the ways that they like. Quality time can be a date night, or it can simply be working together on shared responsibilities. It might just be sitting together and watching a movie, and it can just be having some fun together. Examples of quality time can include taking a holiday together, or working together in the garden, or just doing nothing together. When you're together, avoid watching the clock or playing on your phone or iPad, or inviting other people over during your special time, and certainly don't be late because this will invalidate the person that you're with. Opportunities to use time can be working towards a shared goal. It could be scheduling time together, it could be a shared massage, it could be a holiday, a soak in the tub, or it can just be playing sports together or just sitting on the couch together. People with the language of touch are tactile. They give and feel love through tactile expression. They express their love with a gentle touch, a stroke of hair, hand squeezing and tender caresses, and just hugging and kissing. To help your partner feel loved, do create the time. Notice opportunities to caress your partner. Places to caress your partner are important: on the lips, the face, the arms, the legs, the back or the elbow. Offer to give them a massage. You would avoid limiting any physical intimacy to only sexually related activities. Never shrink back from an affectionate touch, as these behaviours will result in either the person feeling objectified or repulsive. Examples of loving touches include a gentle shoulder rub, sitting close to each other, holding hands, hand massages, arms around each other. The love language of service is where people show their love by doing things for them. If the person you love has a language of service, then your actions to support their love must be supportive. They must be designed to meet their priorities of goal completion, responsibilities, and self-care. To really demonstrate care, your actions will need to be sincerely helpful, more than your fair share, and above and beyond your responsibilities, and most importantly, kind and considerate. The supportive acts of service you take should definitely be about approaching any task with enthusiasm and pleasure, and where you complete what you started to a high standard. Give it 100%. Really obvious actions of service are ones that are outside of your normal role. If you have shared duties, you could take on board a duty that is something they normally do. Do avoid helping in ways that serve your own agenda. Do avoid telling your partner what you think they should be doing, and do avoid doing work half-heartedly. Unless you apply attention to detail with the services that you undertake, it will potentially undermine the sincerity of the actions. Examples of the language of service include picking up your loved one's share of the domestic chores. If you've got children, take the children out and give your partner some personal space. If your partner is overwhelmed, meeting their own personal obligations such as work, offer assistance with extra support in other ways, or give your partner breakfast in bed. It could even include cooking a meal or taking the children out. People with the language of gifts as their language of love show their love through the giving of gifts, and they tend to be surrounded by a lot of sentimental items. They hold the idea that it's the thought that matters, the gift will be memorable, and that the selection is made with care. Gifts don't have to be expensive. The gift must be symbolic of a memory or a good time. It should carry greater meaning for anniversaries and birthdays, and preferably have meaning to the pair of you. Do put some thought and care into the gifts that you select for them. Open up a savings account for bigger items so that you can surprise them. Gifts can be an impulsively picked flower from the garden, gifted with love, especially if they like flowers, because they can then be pressed. Examples of meaningful gift giving is small items where I saw this and it reminded me of you, or I saw this and I knew that you would like it. I saw this and I knew you've been wanting it, and I bought this for you because I know you want it but would never buy it for yourself because you never treat yourself. Things to avoid is telling them how much you spent on the present, or using a credit card or borrowing money to buy the gifts, or buying presents at the last minute, buying impersonal presents unless it's been asked for. So to show them that you care, don't necessarily buy them a vacuum cleaner unless you know they want it. Avoid buying an inferior substitute for something that they've requested. For example, if you've heard them say, I would love to have a gold necklace, don't go and buy them a silver one unless you mention to them, I wanted to buy you a gold necklace, but I can't afford it right now. The next necklace will be a gold one, because that shows them that you've been listening to them and that you've thought about the gift before you bought it for them. If their language is gifts, the memory or the moment is so important that you can actually give them a tinfoil ring as an engagement ring and say, this is what I give to you until I can afford to buy you a real one. And they will treasure that little tinfoil ring forever.